Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is RAMBABU, Assistant Professor of English, GOVT College, SATHUPALLY, Command District. This video lesson is meant for BA, BCom and BSc Semester 1 students of first year. The topic is consonants. First, let's learn something about phonetics. Phonetics is the study and classification of speech sounds. The production of speech sounds depends on the airstream mechanism, as all of you know. Most sounds of the languages in the world are produced with a pulmonic aggressive airstream mechanism. Pulmonic aggressive airstream mechanism. It means the air we breathe comes out of the lungs while we speak. But some languages like Sindhi, they take air inside while we articulate. Let's look at the organs of speech here. There are different kinds of speech organs. If you look at the picture, you can have some idea about all the speech organs that help us articulate the sounds. Tooth ridge, back part, front part of the tooth, upper teeth, upper and lower lips, lower teeth, jaw, vocal cords, nasal cavity, hard palate, velum, nasal passage, and different parts of the tongue like back part, middle, front, and the tip of the tongue. These are the vital organs of the speech that help us articulate sounds. Now let's look at the tree diagram here. English alphabet has 26 letters that are represented by 44 sounds. Among the 44 sounds, we have 20 vowels and 24 consonants. Among the 20 vowel sounds, we have 12 monophthongs or pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. Now let's concentrate on consonants. We have 24 consonants in English language. Before that, we have to know what the phoneme in the language is. Phoneme is the minimal distinctive sound unit of the language. It means we have 44 phonemes in English language, 20 vowel phonemes and 24 consonant phonemes. The minimal distinctive sound unit in a language is called the phoneme. Let's discuss in detail about the consonants. Here, the table shows us about the classification of consonant sounds. Consonant sounds are basically classified into two, obstruent and sonorant. There are two types of consonant sounds, obstruent and sonorant. Here, obstruent sounds are made due to obstruction of airflow in our mouth. Obstruent sounds are made due to obstruction of airflow in our mouth. Here, fricatives, affricates, and plosives are parts of obstruent sounds. And the second kind of consonant sound is sonorant sound. Here, we don't find any obstruction in the airflow. So, here they resonate. The sounds resonate, continuously resonate. So, they are called sonorant sounds. Basically, there are two kinds of consonant sounds, obstruent and sonorant. Here, obstruent sounds are produced with the obstruction of airflow in our mouth, whereas sonorant sounds are produced without any obstruction, with a free flow of air from our mouth. Plosives, fricatives, and affricates are parts of obstruent sounds. And nasal sounds mostly are sonorants. Now, let's discuss the places of different sounds here through this diagram. First, let's come to bilabial sounds. Bilabial. They are produced with two lips. Bilabial sounds are produced with the two lips. Pa, ba, ma, va. Pa, ba, ma, va. These are bilabial sounds. These sounds are produced with the two lips. So they are called bilabial sounds, bilabial. And the next one is labiodental. There are two sounds in this category. Labiodental. These sounds are produced with the lips and teeth. Labiodental sounds are produced with the lips and teeth. For example, fa, fa, fa. Our lower lip touches the teeth, upper teeth. Va, fa, and va. These are labiodental sounds. And the third category is interdental. Interdental sounds. The, the. These are interdental sounds. There are two interdental sounds. Two consonant sounds. There are two consonant sounds in this category. Interdental sounds means by placing the tip of the tongue between upper and lower front teeth. The. Here we place the tip of the tongue between upper and lower teeth. Interdental, between dentals. And the next one is alveolar. Alveolar. The next category is alveolar. Alveolar means alveolar sounds are produced with the tongue close to or touching the ridge behind the teeth on the roof of the mouth. They are produced with the tongue close to or touching the ridge behind the teeth on the roof of the mouth. These are called alveolar. Alveolum is a part of the mouth. Here, as the tongue touches the part of touches the alveolum, they are called alveolar sounds. Ta, da, sa, za, na, la. These are all alveolar sounds. There are 6 alveolar sounds, 6 alveolar consonants. And the next one is palatal. Palatal sounds. They are produced by raising the tongue against the hard palate. Hard palate is a part of our mouth. Here we find the hard palate at the roof of the mouth. Here, while producing this kind of palatal sounds, the tongue touches the hard palate. So they are known as palatal sounds. Sha, sha, ja, cha, ja, ra, za, sha, ja, cha, ja, za. These are palatal sounds. There are 6 palatal sounds. And the next one is velar sounds. Velar. They are produced by touching the back part of the tongue against the soft palate. Soft palate is at the roof of our mouth. We find the soft palate at the roof of the mouth. Hard palate, soft palate. These are the parts of our mouth. Ka, ga, ng. Ka, ga, ng. These are velar sounds. There are 3 velar sounds, 3 consonantal velar sounds. And the last one is glottal sound. Glottal sound is produced by obstructing the airflow in the vocal tract. Glottal sound is produced when we obstruct the airflow in the vocal tract. Ha, ha, ha. This is all about the places of the sounds produced in our mouth. There are 2 kinds of consonant sounds, basically, obstruent and sonorant. What are obstruent sounds? Fricatives, plosives, and affricates. Plosives, fricatives, affricates are obstruent. They are produced by obstructing the airflow in our mouth. And the second one is sonorant sounds. We don't find any kind of obstruction while articulating this kind of sounds. So they resonate, they vibrate. We find vibration here. We find resonant. They resonate. Among all these sounds, we find some are voiced and some are voiceless. What are voiced sounds here? Whenever we articulate such kind of voiced sounds, we find some vibration. We find some vibration at the vocal cords. When we find the vibration with our vocal cords, they are called voiced sounds. For example, ba, da, ga, va, da, za, ja, ja, and ra, va, za. These are all voiced sounds. We find vibration. We find some vibration with our vocal cords while producing this kind of sounds. They are called voiced sounds. What are voiceless sounds? When we don't find any kind of vibration with our vocal cords while articulating, while producing this kind of sounds, they are called voiceless. For example, pa, we don't find any vibration with our vocal cord here. Ta, ka, fa, ta, sa, sha, ha, cha, ma, na, ing, na, ra. These are all called voiceless sounds. While articulating voiceless sound, we don't find any kind of vibration with our vocal cords. But we find vibration with our vocal cords while articulating voiced sounds. Here, the table gives us a clear picture about consonant sounds, which are classified into two different categories: obstruent and sonorant. Obstruent sounds are produced by obstructing the airflow from our mouths, whereas sonorant sounds are produced without any obstruction. It means free of airflow, so they resonate. Now let's come to the first one, plosives. A plosive sound is articulated with a stricture of complete closure and sudden release of air. This sound is articulated with a stricture of complete closure and sudden release. There are 6 plosives in English language: pa, pen, captain, cap, pen, captain, cap. While articulating this kind of sound, here the air is the stricture of air is completely closed and released suddenly. Ta, ta, ten, butter, mat, mat, ten, butter, mat, ka, cat, tractor, duck, duck. In the same way, ba, bat, bat, rubbing, bag, doll, middle, bird, gun, luggage, bug. These are all called plosives. Plosives are produced with a stricture of complete closure and sudden release of air. This is about plosives. And the next one is affricates. Affricates are consonant sounds produced with a stricture of complete closure and slow release. Plosives are, while articulating plosives, we release air suddenly. But here, affricates are produced with a stricture of complete closure and slow release. Not sudden release, slow release. Cha, cha, sheep, butcher, catch. Ja, jam, ledger, edge. Jam, ledger, edge. Here, affricates are pronounced with a stricture of complete closure and slow release of air. There are 2 affricates in English language. And the next one is nasals. A nasal consonant is articulated with a structure of complete oral closure. They are produced with a structure of complete oral closure. We use our nose naturally for producing this kind of sounds. There are three nasal sounds in English language. Ma, 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 ma. Here we close our mouth and use our nose. That's why they are called nasal sounds. Man, lemon, come. Na, none, manner, can. Ing, finger, king, finger, king. For producing this kind of nasal sounds, we use our nose instead of mouth. We close our mouth completely. As nose is used for producing the sounds here, they are known as nasal sounds. And the next one is fricatives. Fricatives are articulated with a structure of close approximation. Fricatives are articulated with a structure of close approximation. They are also produced with the closure of our mouth. Fricatives. They are 9 in number. For example, fa, fa, ta, sa, sha, ha, va, da, za, ja, z, ja. Fan, suffer, leaf. Fan, suffer, leaf. Think, either, path. Think, either, path. Sing, lesser, kiss. Sing, lesser, kiss. Sugar, sugar. Bishop, cash. Hat, behind. Wine, ever, love. They, mother, read. Read. Zoo, easy, rose. Zoo, easy, rose. And the same way, pleasure, ja. Ja, they are taken from French language. Pleasure, garage, garage. Pleasure, garage. These are all fricatives. Fricatives are articulated with a structure of close approximation. They are 9 in number. There are 9 fricatives in English language. There are 9 fricative consonants in English language. The next one is a lateral sound consonant. A lateral consonant is articulated with a structure of complete closure in the center of the vocal tract. Lateral consonant is articulated with a structure of complete closure in the center of the vocal tract, not in the mouth, in the center of the vocal tract. There is only one lateral consonant, la, la, long, health, uncle, long, health, uncle. This is about the lateral consonant. And the next one is approximants. Approximants. An approximant is articulated with a structure of open approximation. There are 3 approximants among the 24 consonant sounds. For example, ra, rat, thrive, butter. Ja, unique, pure. Unique, pure. Va, we, quick. These are the 3 approximants we have. Now let's look at the phonetic transcription here. As we have already discussed the different sounds, the 24 consonant sounds and their phonemes so far. Let's do some phonetic transcription here using the thing what we have learned so far. College, college, college. Look at the transcription here. College. Sugar, sugar. Father, father. Cricket, cricket. Judge, judge, judge. College, sugar, father, cricket, judge. And some more words. English, English. Making, making. Kitchen, badge, badge. Computer, computer. Thanks, thanks. We have used all the 24 consonants while transcribing the given words here. This is the way of transcribing the words. Now let's look at the consonant clusters. Cluster. What is the meaning of cluster? Group of some things. A group of some things is called cluster. A sequence of 2 or more consonants at the beginning or ending of a syllable is called a consonant cluster. A sequence of 2 or more consonants either at the beginning or at the ending of the syllable. Initial consonant clusters. Let's look at the initial consonant clusters with the 2 consonants. For example, P as the first element. Play, play, plays, play, PL. The cluster of 2 consonants pa, la, are taken together. They are taken together as one cluster. Play, please, prime, para, prime, prose, pa, ja, pure, pure, puny, pure, puny. These are the clusters that begin with the P as the first element. Now let's look at B as the first element. For example, ba, la, blame, blame, blink. Here, ba and la. The consonants ba and la are taken together as one cluster. Blah, blame, blink, bro, bright, bugle, beauty. These are all consonant clusters with two consonant sounds at the beginning. Cluster formation has taken place at the beginning of the syllable. Play, please, pray, prose, pure, puny, blame, blink, bro, bright, bugle, beauty. This is about consonant clusters at the beginning with the two consonants. Now, initial consonant clusters with the three consonant sounds. With the three. For example, sa, pa, la. The cluster of three consonant sounds, sa, pa, la. Spleen, spleen. Here, the cluster is formed with the sound, the consonant sound sa, pa, and la. Splendid, spleen, splendid. Cluster is formed here. And the three consonant sounds at the beginning of the word, at the beginning of the word, are taken together as one cluster. Yes, sa, pa, ra. Spray, spread, square, squall. Square, squall, scream, scream. Here, these are the sounds. These are the clusters that are formed with the three consonant sounds at the beginning of the words. Initial consonant clusters with the three sounds. Now let's look at the final consonant clusters. It means the clusters are taken at the end of the syllables. For example, pa as a final element, sp, sa, pa, clasp, wasp, and la, pa, help, pulp, ma, pa, jump, camp. In the same way, da as a final element, ba and da, cluster of two consonant sounds at the end, robbed, mobbed, bd, bagged, g, ja, ga and da, bagged, begged, blamed, warmed, ma, da, blamed, warmed, clasp, wasp, help, pulp, jump, camp, robbed, mobbed, bagged, begged, blamed, warmed. These are all consonant clusters formed at the end of the syllables. Now, final cluster with the three consonants. D, S, da, sa, ta. Midst. Next. Fixed. Thanked. Thanked. Whilst. Against. These are the three consonant sounds formed as clusters at the end of the syllables. Now with 4 consonants. Let's take sa as a final element. Ka, sa, ta, sa. Texts, sixths, attempts, 12ths, texts, sixths, attempts, and 12ths. This is about the consonant clusters. We have taken few examples here. We have so far discussed consonant sounds and how they are produced and the places of the production of consonant sounds in the airstream mechanism. And as all of you know that there are 24 consonant sounds in English language. And this is a way we have discussed the way how to transcribe the words also. Now, thank you very much for watching my video. Let's look at let's meet another time with another video with different subject. Thank you all. Thank you.